I actually put my card early, but thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Madam Speaker, this is a national calamity. This is a national issue. The people who have died are not just from Lamu or Malindi, they are from across the country, as far as Siaya, all across the country. Let me start by passing my condolences to these families. Madam Speaker, we have actually 3 issues here that we have to look at. The mental issue and mental status of the people who do these things. We have the security issues that we as a country should put in place. Then there's the regulation, the legal framework under which churches work. I think, Madam Speaker, these are the areas we should look up. These people who do these things, they are not pastors, even if they go in the name of pastors. These are actually people with personality disorders. Most of them are psychopaths, extremely intelligent and manipulative. And it's not only in Kenya, it has happened. The South African, the American case that somebody was talking about, actually 900 people died. In Uganda, I think there were over 400. And they devised how people die. The people that are the victims are actually people who are vulnerable. And the process is the process of indoctrination and mass hypnosis. So that even if you are to find these people before it happens, even if you are to remove this person, unless you get rid of him, these people will follow them and do what they want. That's the situation we are in. In the American one, they were actually given drinks, and they pray as they take the drinks and die. In the Ugandan one, they all prayed and went into church and kept the church alive. And they don't even want to be removed. So these psychopaths have to be dealt with. And they pick people who are vulnerable. It has nothing to do with wealth. It has nothing to do with education. People are vulnerable mentally. And when people are in severe psychological situations, they get more vulnerable. So they have to be protected. And that, in a situation like ours, where we are getting a high prevalence of mental ill health, more people become vulnerable to these people. The second issue we should look at, Madam Speaker, the security system. How can these people cannot be picked? As far as 2017, a children's officer noticed that the children in this who are in this religion were actually not being taken for treatment. That's normally very common. They detach you from all support systems. Nothing was done. You can hear the police was aware. Nothing was done. In these cases, some of these people are reported missing. And we ask ourselves, in this country, when people are reported missing, even when people die, nobody takes keen interest to investigate, to go into details until you find out what has actually happened. Because if these people, these things had actually been followed in detail, we would have stumbled on this thing much, much earlier. The state intelligence, how come in a village, in a whole area, this cannot be picked? There is negligence on our part in this matter. Madam Speaker, the next thing we should look at is the regulation and the monitoring of churches. The churches are registered under the Societies Act. It is time we asked, Madam Speaker, should we look at another act to actually regulate the churches? How do we monitor what the churches do? All enterprises in the country, whether it is health or what, there are systems that monitor what you do, how you behave. We can pick these people if the churches were monitored. There are actually people who are pastors, people who are religious, but this zealot, this psychopath can actually be picked if you have a system who can pick them, even when they are pretending to be churches, and get them away from the people.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Member. Your time is up. Member for Member for Matuga.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika. Ni kwa huzuni sana